So Forest is set to complain to the PGMOL yet again over an incident at Everton. When's this gonna stop? Welcome to your Forest news. Hi guys, hope you're doing well and welcome to your Forest news. And coming up, we're going to be talking about this. Forest complaining to the PGLOL, as I call them, over an incident involving Ndoye and Tarkowski in the drubbing that Everton gave us at the weekend. So, make sure you've hit the like button, make sure you've subscribed, and let me know in the comments, are you getting a bit sick and tired of this complaining mentality from Forest, or do you agree with a lot of what we are doing? Also, go check out the merch store. You got the holidays coming up. People have been asking me, if I buy some merch, will it come in time for the holidays? The answer is yes. And you know what? Further to that, we're going to put a 15% holiday discount on all items on the merch store for a limited few days. So if you would like something like this beautiful, cluffy shirt, I hope nobody's not stupid enough to write us off. Boy, do I miss you, Cluffy. Or Igor Jesus, or Chris Wood, or whatever you want. It's all on the merch store. Scan this QR code, or click on the link that's pinned in the comments, or you can just go to forestfantv.com. Okay, let's jump into this. Now, let me run you through the article in the incidents. For those of you who maybe didn't see it or have forgotten about it or what have you, basically what happened, Ndoye and Tarkowski were having a bit of a ding-dong, a very small one. Tarkowski ran past him, shoulder barged him. Ndoye backed up towards him, half threw an elbow, got nowhere near him. And then Tarkowski shoulder barged him in the back, blindsided him, and basically knocked him to the ground. It kind of looked like he got a little bit of neck whiplash as well on his way down. And then there was a whole VAR review of it. Nothing came about it. So Forest are not happy with it. So before I give you what I think about it, let's run through the article. He's got away with one. Ex-ref chief analyzes the Tarkowski incident at Forest as Forest contacts the PGLOL. Tarkowski should have been sanctioned following an off-the-ball incident between Everton and Forest. This is according to the former PGMOL chief and ex-FIFA referee Keith Hackett, who exclusively told Forest Insider that Kavanagh missed a key incident as Everton secured a 3-0 win over Forest on Saturday. Hackett had been extremely critical of Kavanagh during the 25-26 campaign, and it was yet another moment of the referee failing to enforce at the Hill Dickinson, this gets me every time, stadium. Savona took just 20 seconds to pick up the game's first yellow card with Barry, and Dewsbury Hall compounded Milenkovic's early own goal. Tarkowski and Ndoye clashed at the Hill Dickinson Stadium every time. After just 10 minutes, the referee was thrown straight into the action when Tarkowski and Ndoye clashed off the ball, with the defender barging into the latter's back for no reason. VAR checked the situation straight away, and while there was unlikely to be enough to show the Toffee centre half a red card, Hackett believes that those around the referee should have come to his aid. Tarkowski did eventually go into the referee's book, but had he been cautioned in the opening 10 minutes, he might well have been sent off and the game could have completely changed. Okay, so actually, let's see, is there more on it? Yeah, sorry, there is more. So Rob Dorset then went out and put a tweet saying, exclusive, Forest to complain to the PGMOL about Tarkowski's off-the-ball shoulder barge on Ndoye in the defeat to Everton. Forest bosses are furious and adamant it was violent conduct in the 11th minute. It was not to be, however. Dewsbury Hall continued, blah, 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 blah. Miss key incident. Anything else we need to cover in here? He got away with one. It's off the ball. This is difficult for VAR because it doesn't fulfill the criteria for a red card. It's a yellow, and that'll be what VAR say. To try and defend Tarkowski for this challenge is wrong. He shouldn't be doing it. He's got away with one. So loads of quotes on it. Okay, so let me give you my thoughts, and I want to know what you guys think down below. I think that it's one of those that I would call an orange. Okay, so more than a yellow card. I don't think it's enough for a red card. I think the whole thing with Ndoye throwing his elbow, or you could say was trying to feel for where the defender was, maybe adds to it and makes it kind of, 50-50. But I think it's pretty cowardly that Tarkowski blindsides him from behind and just shoulder barges him down to the ground. Now, I think the complaints during the game are fine. I think that the players complaining, and they did, there was players around the referee talking to him saying what the hell's going on and what have you, could be enough that Forest could have got a red card. I think if he'd been given a red card, I don't think people would be complaining, and that's kind of where I stand on it. So during the game, it needed to be done. So do I think the ref was blind to it, was stupid to it? Yes, I do. But I don't rate any of these Premier League refs at all. I think they're all useless, allegedly. Do I think Forest should be complaining about it? Not really. I don't think we win that game if they had 9 men. I just think we were that bad. We were already a goal down. So that happened, in the 11th minute? They'd already scored their opener. Does it change the momentum a little? Probably. But you know what? I saw Everton beat Man U with 10 men. And they looked absolutely fine. So I don't think it changes the game that much. In fact, Everton probably go a bit more secure in defence and Forest would have still been clueless in the attack. I'm getting a little frustrated with some of these complaints. Now, the complaints about the 3 penalties at Goodison, was it last year or the year before, whenever it was, I hear it, because I'd say at least 2 of those were penalties. And that was a snowball effect off the back of like 600 other incidents going against us and nothing being done. So I hear that. But this is just like, it's a coming together of players. It is nasty from Tarkowski. But you know what? I always say football is a physical game. Freaking let there be a bit of physicality. Let's not over police the physicality. If you're a Forest player, then what I would have done personally is I would have put one on Tarkowski slightly later on in the game to level it out. You know what I'm saying? Just followed through on a challenge or what have you, left a boot in slightly and got away with it. That kind of thing. I kind of don't mind that kind of play. You know, I would have expected, had Ryan Yates stayed fit or something, he would have put one on Tarkowski. So, let's not over-police this. But my biggest gripe about this is it's almost like Forest are trying to take away from how crap we played by changing the headline to be about this meaningless challenge. And I'm sure a lot of you will disagree with me, but I just think it's moving the narrative away. And this is what we always see with Forest when we're doing crap in the league. I remember when Steve Cooper was doing crap, there was literal narratives of, oh, that one against so-and-so, we should have had a penalty. Yeah, but we were 3-0 down. What difference would that have made? It was in the 89th minute. Okay, okay, that didn't really happen, but there was, stuff like that. Same with Nuno when we were struggling the first season. He came in. Every single incident was being micro-analysed. Forest are getting screwed. Forest are getting screwed. Now, as fans, we can do that. And I've done it and I will keep doing it. Of course, I'm going to say we got screwed over X, Y, and Z. But we're the fans. For the club to get to the kind of petulant level, I don't know if that's the right use of the word, of what we're saying as fans, I don't think is really what we need to see. Now, it's different, as I say, with the whole Stuart Twatwell thing, because there was a narrative there. You know, Forest warned the PGMOL that he supported Luton and what have you. This one, I don't think Tarkowski supports Leeds or West Ham or whoever's rivaling with. I have no idea who he supports. But it's just petulant for me on this one. So Forest are going to complain. I'd rather the complaints were internal about how crap we played and how little attacking threat we had and how every ball was a long ball and how we're going to beat Utrecht this Thursday and are the players going to be fit enough for Spurs? Because you damn well better win that Spurs game or I have no legs to stand on in the YouTube world and the real world as well. That's my annoyance with it. It kind of almost allows the players to get away with such a crap performance to say that, oh, if Tarkowski got sent off and they were down to 10 men, we would have definitely won it, even though we were 1-0 down. And Everton have recently, from 0-0, gone and won a game against United away from home. So that's my annoyance with it, but I want to hear what you guys have to say on it. So get your thoughts in the comments down below. Okay, that's my 2 pence on it. Let's see what you guys have to say. While you're putting your comments in, make sure you've hit the like button. Make sure you've subscribed. Go check out the merch store. Code FFTV gets you 15% off right now. The link's in the comments. We'll see you on the next video. I'll leave you Grumpy Old Reds as well on the end screen if you haven't seen it already. Come on, you Reds.